I know the women that come to us are desperate for someone to step in and stop the harm that they're experiencing in their relationship. And we do step in when and where we can. But something I tell ladies all the time is that as simple as it might be to get their husband to stop the harm, as simple as it might sound that if he just stopped the harm, it would fix everything, they will not find the healing they're looking for. No man can heal them or make them whole. Even if he just stops the harm, that in itself is not enough to bring healing. It does have a lot to impact the potential of the relationship, but it does not bring the healing. And so while he may need a huge transformation, so does she. So it will look very different than his journey. This isn't tit for tat, 50-50. She isn't the one that brought equal damage to all of this. More likely than not, she's worked really hard to try to capitulate to whatever's going on to save the relationship. That is normally what happens. Her nurturing heart wants this to be good. So this isn't going to look the same as his journey of insight and awareness. This is going to be a journey of healing. And it is a vital part of the reconciliation process, should it come to that. It's a vital part of her journey either way. But there cannot be reconciliation of a marriage, of a relationship, without the healing work. Have you ever thought, I am done participating in my own abuse? I will no longer participate in my own abuse. Think about that for a moment. How might you be participating in your own abuse? I don't mean you're hitting yourself or collaborating on, what to do to harm yourself. But I do mean that there are ways that you have given over your God-given responsibility to guard your own heart and direct your steps. Under the strongly held guise of submission, you have given him audience to his raging or name calling or belittling. You've catered to him. You've ended up apologizing for what he's done, trying to, make there be peace again. You take on his bad behaviors as if they're yours. Or you've acted badly in return, falling off your own cliff to become a person that you do not know or recognize or like. And then you've normalized that person just to keep going along. Too tired to even wonder if today is going to be a good day or a bad day, as if there is no other choice. You do have more choices than you might have given yourself permission to think about, because you have never given yourself permission to think for yourself before. You've been taught all your life that perfection is compliance, submission. Compliance is great when the person seeking it from you is also considering your heart and your personhood as well. Not so great when you are disregarded, dismissed, devalued, diminished. You have a God-given authority to choose your steps, and you'll give an account to God for what you choose. The way is on your choice, not on your compliance. So, we want to help you begin to think about your own steps, no matter what you're waiting for from your spouse. Your healing does not depend on him. The relationship does. But your heart can find wholeness and joy no matter what he does. You will need expert help to quit looking at your spouse to heal you, so you can show up and walk this journey out in a way that is full of grace and truth and strength. You are a victim of your circumstances. We all are. Being in defense mode is completely justifiable and understandable. But what separates the dying from the living is navigating those circumstances with intention, purpose, and mission. Defense mode is understandable, but it is not living. It's giving yourself over to the power of the circumstances. It's giving up your right and responsibility to choose your steps. It's letting your mind be consumed by what you can't control without giving it permission to see what you can. Trauma, which includes the trauma of broken relationships, feeling abandoned, betrayed, and unknown, teaches us a couple of things. One, that everything has a hidden threat and can't be trusted. And two, that we have to protect myself because no one else will. And I would add another, that someone or something else is in charge of my healing and health. Those are three things that trauma teaches us. None of those things are completely true. They are twisted just enough to make you miss the point. They become self-sabotaging under the guise of self-protection and push you into isolation and hiding. Right? Trauma teaches us that we must hide, we must get away, we mustn't show ourselves or show our cards or be real because something is always there to tear us down, to destroy us, to harm us. No matter what is going on in your marriage or relationship, there is a point in which you have to take a hard look at what you can do to guard your heart, to work on healing, and wash your hands of those reactive behaviors that come out of trauma, but they do not exemplify who you are. They don't represent your true heart. That is something only you and God can deal with together. Your circumstances impact that, but there is a place in there for you to take more proactive control of what is going on in your own heart. You are not simply a product of your circumstances. Your husband will not heal you. No matter how much transforming he does, he cannot bring back to life what sin has wrought, the death that sin has wrought. He doesn't have the power to do that. Only God can. His transformation may make it easier, definitely. But if you are waiting for his transformation to heal you, you are putting your faith in the wrong God, little g. Your heart's healing does not require the participation, collaboration, or approval of your spouse. And you cannot love well if you are not well. So here's where the rubber meets the road. You have a responsibility to guard your own heart, for it is the wellspring of your life. This doesn't simply mean hide. It means train. Guards are trained. They are prepared to navigate dangerous situations in such a way to allow the least amount of harm possible to the thing they are guarding. They are trained to know how to respond, when to move, when to deflect, when to step in, how to step up, or when to retreat. They know how to place their feet securely. They know their options. They move with intention. This is what you are responsible for in regards to your own heart. So how do you train? Well, you find the experts to guide you, counsel you, coach you. If your source of guidance is someone who tells you simply to put your big girl panties on, endure this with more grace and forgiveness, or wait for God to step in, I'd venture to say that you are already really good at enduring more, loving more, forgiving more, and waiting for God. And I'd strongly recommend a different approach to specifically address where you are weak, afraid, and confused. You must find your emotional footing and the wherewithal to be able to be steadfast no matter what. So find an expert who can walk you through dialectical behavioral training, DBT. It effectively helps you find your footing and wherewithal by addressing things like mindfulness and emotional regulation and ways to effectively build relationships. You must process your trauma, take control of your triggers. You can do trauma work like EMDR so that your experience becomes something that you learn from that strengthens you rather than weakens you, puts you more and more into hiding. You must work on regaining your voice and your sense of direction, no matter what your spouse is working on. You have to recover what you've lost about your own heart so that you can re-engage if and when your spouse has done some of his own work. There will not be recovery in the marriage, reconciliation in the marriage without it, because you cannot connect in a marriage when what you are bringing to it is an empty, numb, hemorrhaging soul. Consider joining a healing journey here at MRC, a journey that will bring steadfastness to your heart no matter what your spouse chooses to do, and will give you the clarity to know what to engage in, where to engage, so that you no longer participate in the hamster wheel that brought you here. Join us and let us expertly guide you through a healing process.
Hi ladies, are you longing for deep, lasting healing? Are you feeling isolated and alone and unable to find a way forward? Hi, I'm Sharmen from the Marriage Recovery Center, and I would like to invite you to join Redeemed, which is our small group counseling program designed to help you heal from narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you are looking for something much more interactive and deeper than traditional one-on-one, hourly, weekly sessions, this might be a great option for you. What Redeemed includes is it runs for 14 weeks. It is 2 hours a week and includes a max of 6 ladies in the group. It's done via a video chat program, which makes it very convenient to show up when you can, how you can, in your jammies, in your car, no makeup, wherever you can find a quiet place to meet. It provides community for you, so especially if you're feeling very alone and isolated and don't have people to talk to, this gives you a group in which you will connect deeply and you are speaking the same language, you're dealing with the same kinds of hurts. There's just something about that in itself that can bring healing. Another good benefit of this is that it is less costly than doing hourly sessions individually. And there's so much power in the group format that your healing can be much broader, deeper, and you feel connected, and that is huge. If this has resonated with you, I invite you to join us to start your healing journey of redemption and restoration.